तो एसे सिलेक्शन की बात हो रही थी, हम लोग वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट हाउ टू सेलेक्ट द राइट एसे. तो आई हैव अ रूल विच आई कॉल 3-2-1, राइट. ये मेरा खुद का ऐसा है, मैंने कहीं से ऐसा पढ़ा नहीं है. इट इज अ जिस्ट ऑफ, सो देर इज अ बुक ऑन एसे राइटिंग, राइट, फॉर यूपीएससी. So if you guys have prepared for UPSC, probably this session may feel a little bit generalistic to you. Generalistic meaning that I'm not, probably including everything from that book, but what I follow as a rule, right? So 3-2-1 means you should remember 3 data points about that essay. You should remember 2 examples, popular recent examples or popular recent statements about that essay, and one is the general overview of that essay. That is all you need about, that is all you need to write on any essay, right? तो ये एक क्राइटेरिया है. दिस विल सेव यू सम टाइम while deciding कि कौन से उसमें लिखना है. For an example, I will just let's go through the recent one, the most recent one which we had, right? So the first essay is women's education is a prerequisite for social. So you are given these 5 topics, right? Reading these 5 topics will take some time, and then you will be probably deciding upon which essay to write on this. And in the middle of the essay you may feel that you could have written on some other topic and you could have scored better. After the exam also you may think that okay, I missed out on that thing, I should have written it there, right? तो यहाँ पे क्या, जैसे द फर्स्ट वन इज वुमेन्स एजुकेशन इज अ प्रीरिक्विसाइट फॉर सोशल प्रोग्रेस. तो 3 data points, 2 examples and 1 overview. Overview already know what to write here, right? You have to connect women's education with the social progress, how it is needed for a social progress, right? That's the first thing. So if you have been reading the editorials, you have some knowledge about the Indian society, this overview will not take a lot of time, right? That is the first thing. Second thing is that we should know 2 recent examples. One is the Women's World Cup. That is a very recent example. Another can be, we have to probably think about it. Someone winning Nobel Prize, right? Madame Curie, or not recent example, but it is like way beyond. But we can connect it to here also. So someone was saying, Gaurav?
सर ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में लेडीज सर.
हाँ, ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में लेडीज का, राइट. सो दैट इज अनदर एग्जांपल, बहुत सही एग्जांपल है, राइट. तो आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू से कि दैट इज हाउ यू can knit essay. Essay is knit, it is not actually written. You have to knit it together so that it becomes a flow, it becomes a story, right? So now we have 2 examples. Third one can be from anything from the past also, it can be, right? Sorry, I was talking about examples. So we have 2 examples and then 3 data points. From data points what we can have, the women literacy rate, right? You don't have to write that women's literacy rate is this much only, but you can just write that women's literacy has picked up from the past, and because of that only we have seen, not because of that only, but that has played a big major role in enhancing India's GDP. Can we use that as a data point? तो कुछ लोग कैसे लिखेंगे, some people will write it like कि women's literacy rate is this much only, which is very concerning. That is probably a negative viewpoint, but a positive viewpoint can be women's literacy has picked up in recent decade, and its after effects have been seen in various fields such as this, right? And then validate with the example also, right? So that is one data point. Second data point can be probably, I mean, we don't have to get a lot of data points, but that is how you have to like think about the essay, right? Anyone wants to contribute any data point कि और क्या data रख सकते हैं इसमें?
डेटा पॉइंट में हम लोग स्कीम्स वगैरह को लिख सकते हैं क्या?
किसको?
स्कीम्स जो गवर्नमेंट करती है.
हाँ, स्कीम्स भी लिख सकते हैं, yes, definitely. So I missed out on that part. हाँ, yes, that is,
नारी शक्ति बंधन योजना बता सकते हैं.
बहुत सही,
नारी शक्ति बंधन.
Yes, and another one is that the women's reservation scheme that that we were trying to, वही है, मतलब सेम ही चीज है. Yes,
constitutional amendment 106.
Yes. So all these things.
Sir, I just want to ask you one thing. Hello.
Yes,
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Go ahead.
Sir, is it about these data points are about like factual data or the like schemes or policy making or policy interventions?
Okay,
I
so
just
data doesn't
get
have to
that.
be number only, right? Data is also what you derive from those numbers. So जो schemes आती हैं, that are also data points, right? Data meaning some, factual example or some fact probably. It is not related to only example, but it is related to, you can say, information. Data is valuable information. So there is some information, and then if that information is usable and is important, then that becomes data. So whatever is information, it is data only. If you can use that in essay. So just like that, like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, right? That has played a big part, right? And um, uh, I mean, all those schemes, right? Nari Shakti Vandan Yojana and the women's reservation that have been, and recently, if you remember, recently in news we saw that in territorial army also women's battalion, or I think is going to be introduced, right? So that is another women's. I think there was one woman fighter pilot, right? That also took part. So we can mention that also. That can serve as an example as well as a data point. What I am saying is that if you remember all these things now, it will make your essay a lot more better than the generic essays that people write.